Immediately, I called her and asked her why on earth she ordered a pregnancy test. Turns out about a month ago, she decided to stop taking her pill because she thought we were ready for children. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, "My Wife Stopped Taking Her Birth Control Without Informing Me." And guys, this story is about a guy. He's definitely young enough to still be in school, so I'm guessing probably his early to mid-20s. And he got married ridiculously young, in my opinion, and he's only been married for about 9 months. And he and his current wife agreed, they had a conversation that they're not going to have any kids until he is out of school, making money put aside, a house, all the smart and responsible ways to handle a situation like this with regards to kids. And all along, she's been on birth control. Well, lo and behold, events happened that he discovered that she stopped taking the birth control. And as you can imagine, he's pretty pissed. Pissed at the betrayal, because they obviously talked about this at length, and the fact that he's not ready, and really feels betrayed, which, in my opinion, he is. And so, essentially, the way he handles it is pretty good, and obviously then you're going to see where this thing goes. But I can't stress enough, guys, how important it is for relationships. You got to have trust, and if somebody betrays your trust, there's no point in going forward. And this whole bait and switch thing he's getting with her, where she was one person before and that one person after, sadly happens quite a bit. And by the way, you're going to see how her attitude is towards this whole thing when he calls her on this. She's not exactly remorseful either, because she thinks she's within her right. So this is another warning to a lot of guys out there, what they might expect if they in fact get married one day. They don't establish boundaries and understand that you lay down the law. So, getting into this, starts off, he says, "My wife and I have been married almost 9 months. We tied the knot last December. We came into the relationship both wanting children. However, we had mutually discussed and agreed to wait until we owned a home, I finished school, and we had our finances in order more to start trying." Right there, we mutually discussed this. Both on board. And that is the most intelligent, sensible way to go. However, the entirety of our relationship, she's been on the pill as her preferred method of birth control. How many times have I told you guys? I don't care if she says she's on the pill. I don't care if she's your own freaking wife. You don't want any kids? I don't care if she says she's on the pill. You wear a condom. And watch those condoms, because you've heard stories about women poking holes in them. My wife is out having dinner with her parents tonight, and while I'm hanging out at the house with some friends, she had ordered groceries to be delivered earlier today. And when they arrived, I of course started putting things away. One of the items she purchased was a pregnancy test, which I was in shock about, that I literally felt my stomach drop when I saw it. Yeah, why would she order that? Because again, you guys had that conversation, and she's so amazing that she would keep her word. I did a story last week about a guy who found out that his wife was poking holes in the condoms and she got pregnant. And he felt completely betrayed by this because he didn't want to have any kids. They made it abundantly clear, no more kids, and she didn't give a shit. And her whole attitude was like, whatever, you know? Immediately I called her and asked her why on earth she had ordered a pregnancy test. Turns out about a month ago she decided to stop taking her pill because she thought we were ready for children. What do you mean, she thought? This is two people involved in this whole decision-making process. I asked why she wanted to get my input on something so huge, and she replied that she wanted to surprise me. Well, she certainly surprised him, but not in the way that he was expecting to be surprised. I told her there's literally 100 different surprises that I would prefer currently, and I told her I'd see her later and ended the call. Her period is due later this week, so unless she plans on taking it early, we won't know she's pregnant for a few days. Well, that is going to be a very long few days waiting around to find out. Now, in college, one time I did something really stupid, and I had to wait darn near a week to find out my girlfriend was not pregnant, and that felt like a year. He says, "I'm livid. We are not in a position to become parents currently. I certainly don't want to be bringing a newborn into the world during the pandemic. I don't know if it's justified considering we are married and both eventually want children, but I feel absolutely betrayed that she would make a decision like this behind my back." You 100% have every right to feel betrayed, because it is a betrayal. I bet you she wasn't like this before you got married. I bet she was amazing and great and cool and would never do such a thing. We'd even agreed that if somehow we got pregnant while she was in the pill, that we wouldn't go through with the pregnancy. Smack. What's this we're pregnant crap? Okay? She's pregnant. Not we're pregnant. Okay? You can say we're expecting. But guys that walk around saying we're pregnant, you want to talk about the most ridiculous, politically correct bullshit line there is? We're pregnant. I had a friend say that once. I'm like, you're pregnant? Let's see. And he's like, well, no, I mean, and I know what you mean, but you sound like a jackass saying that. Anyway, that's a pet peeve of mine. I know she'll be coming home soon, and honestly, I don't even want to look at her right now and know what to say. Well, I could tell you what to say to her. Am I right to be upset about this? What should I do? I'm currently working a full-time job while pursuing my master's. I literally do not have the time to be a suitable parent. He says, update, she just texted me. She said, I'm so sorry that you're reacting this way. You seem really unhappy lately, and I thought you would consider this good news. She is doubling down on the good news thing. What should he do? I would get out of there for a while. That's what I would do, and rethink whether this is the girl I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Okay? She's deceiving you. She also doesn't give a crap about what you think about this. She knows you're upset. She knows she doesn't want this, but she doesn't care. And she thinks she's within her right. And guarantee you, she's not the only one that knows. Guys, you can't have a relationship with somebody, let alone a marriage, if there is no trust involved. And now this guy's realizing I can't trust her. And she doesn't give a shit about my side of the issue. Because ultimately, who's going to be paying for this kid? You. Now he has an update. He says, I never expected the amount of replies I end up receiving on my post, nor did I even realize the gravity of my wife's betrayal at the time of posting. I had a lot of people comment or reach out asking for an update, so here goes. I made the decision that until we knew if she was pregnant or not, I just wanted some distance to cool off from my initial anger and shock. Smart idea. And also, smart idea to cool off, but also, Sherry, you're not messing around. I told the wife this and spent a few days over at a buddy's house trying to process everything. Ironically, my wife's birthday fell within the days I wasn't home, so she's been extremely pissed at me too. Wait a minute. She's deceiving you. She's gotten off the pill without telling you, and you left to blow off some steam, keep your distance from her. And you're the bad guy here because it's her birthday? She's the a-hole here. It's always amazing, these situations where the guy, things are twisted around to make the guy to be out the bad guy here. Unbelievable. She ended up informing me this morning that she got her period and asked if this means I'm coming home now. I still feel extremely betrayed by her, and although we did dodge the bullet this time around, I have so little trust in my wife now that I don't know if our relationship will be salvageable. I'd rather be a young divorcee than feel like I need to keep on my condoms in a lockbox or something to prevent my own spouse from tampering with them. I'm not 100% sure if therapy would be worth it considering she's still infallible in her own mind. But I guess if she sees the light and generally apologizes soon, I'd be willing to pursue it just because I do love her. Smack. She's going to tell you whatever you want to hear just to make sure you don't leave her ass, and she'll be trying the same damn thing in a few months. Guaranteed. That's going to demonstrate to her, oh, I can deceive my husband here and pull this crap, and he'll still come back to me. Women do not respect weakness, and that would be demonstrating weakness. And I don't want to hear because I love her. How can you love her? She's proven to be not who you think she is. As far as I'm concerned, the ball's in her court, and if she wants to try and make this right, it's going to take some action on her part to show she's truly sorry and willing to earn my trust back. I'm not sure that even if she does make the effort, that our relationship is repairable at this point. But maybe after some extensive couples therapy, we can figure out exactly where our relationship went wrong, where she thought the behavior would be acceptable. Smack. Therapy? What? Is the therapist going to get her to say, okay, I'm a liar, I'm a deceiver, I think my needs are more important than yours, and therefore I did what I did is justifiable. The therapist is going to try to get you to pretty much not leave her, stay in the marriage, and let her get away with anything. That's usually how it goes. All right? And you can tell, guys, he said he's in graduate school, so I'm assuming he's early mid-20s. So he's young, he's inexperienced, and smack for getting married this early in life. You shouldn't be doing that till you're at least late 20s, when you already are in a career, have money put away, that type of thing. Not in graduate school. But you got bait and switch, my man. And you got to really consider about your future. Now, here's the deal. He's married her 9 months. And I'm guessing, and obviously they have no house, obviously very little resources or assets. So there's a time to get out now to realizing she's not who I thought she was. She's deceitful. She doesn't care about my feelings, my issues. She's a gaslighter. now's the time, because again, depending on where he lives, it could be very minimal impact in terms of probably alimony, if she would even get that at all, being married 9 months, but he needs to act now. I know I'm always very quick on the divorce the bitch view, but I've lived long enough and seen enough of these things to know how to act. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to read a few comments here to show I'm not alone in this mentality. One guy says, remember a real apology. Clearly states regret for the action. I'm sorry I made such a serious decisions without your input. Acknowledges the impact of action taken against you. I realize this has made you lose your trust in me, to see me as an unreliable and selfish partner. I also belittled you for accusing me of acting in bad faith, and describes a plan to prevent the action from occurring again. I like to put a plan forward, having children on the table, and work towards that goal with you, but not sooner than we're both ready. That means no weasel apologies, no I'm sorry you feel that way, no I'm sorry but, and never a when are you going to get over this line. Short of that, you're over. Sorry man, your wife sounds awful, and I have to refrain from using a few 4-letter words to describe her. Another guy says, she seems manipulative, sneaky, and conniving. If she's willing to do this, just imagine what else she's capable of. Ding, ding, ding. Then she doesn't give you a proper apology. This is divorce territory in my opinion. I can never trust a person who does this. If you do divorce, be wary of gaslighting and manipulation. Well, there's already gaslighting and manipulation going on, so you might as well go through the divorce and just get rid of it. Another guy says, I just read your original story, and if she can say, I'm sorry you reacted this way after such a betrayal of trust and show of selfishness on her part, you probably get a divorce and dodge a bullet at the same time. I'm all for solving the issue, but honestly, it seems like the one who needs to work hard on repairing the relationship is your wife, not you. In this case, since she doesn't really show any honest signs of willingness towards that, I'm not sure you'd be worse off if you get a divorce. To me, these are major, major red flags at least. Good on you for thinking she needs to make amends, though. Keep that in mind. You were wronged, not her, even if she pulls up some manipulation crap. Well, she's already pulling manipulation crap, but this is the age-old story about a guy getting baby trapped. Okay, or close to it. And usually it happens before the gal gets the guy, because they do that to get the guy, but now they're married, now she wants to have kids, and I'm willing to bet you that all her other friends are getting married and having kids, so now she wants to do it, or this will mean she doesn't have to go to work, which happens a lot. So the best this guy does is talk to a divorce attorney, find out his options, because you live long enough, you guys have been married, know darn well, you start seeing the red flags, you act on it. Okay, he married her, he was young and dumb and naive. Well, now he knows. And if he stays with her, he's going to look back at this moment years from now, realizing, why didn't I get out? Why didn't I get out when I had the chance, when it was right there who she really is? She's shown her hand. So, wish this guy the best. I'm going to keep an eye out for some updates. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below and just think about this. And also, if you come across a good story like to share, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com, and I'll definitely cover it down the road. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.